Yep, that's true. We just bought a huge abandoned sail brand new boat. For us, it's new.
Are you guys curious to see inside?
So come with us.
I'm Roberta.
And I'm Luca.
And for the past year, we have been building our own tiny shipping container house, so we can travel around knowing that we will always have this little place that we can call home.
But guess what? We just found our dream project before we expected, this abandoned sailboat. So we are gonna stop building the house for a couple months to bring our boat back to life. And then we're gonna go back and finish the house. This boat been sitting here for at least 15 years. We think it's closer to 20 years actually. And that's the condition.
This is our first time here as owners.
Ta-da!
That's it.
So basically that's the third time we come inside the boat, but both times were with the former owner, so he could show us around. And now is the first time that we actually can see by ourselves, and we can lay down on the beds and see the size of everything. Now it's going to be a lot more fun because now it's our boat. So we're going to start from the back and then make our way. Just by the way, we're going to talk about the model of the boat later and the specifications of the boat later. Let's take a tour first.
We still don't know the names of the parts of the boats in English, so...
Yeah. So starting from the back. So here is our cabin. So one thing we tried to do yesterday while we looked the boat with the former owner, we tried not to take things out of place as it was, so you guys have the feeling of how we had the first look of the boat. Yeah, so she wants to try the bed now.
Pretend that it's a pillow.
I think you fit there. Let's see if I fit also. I guess it's big enough. Yeah, this.
I can see.
Let's see if we can see here. Yeah. So look at that. This boat have been sitting here for at least 15 years. We don't know 100%. Some people say 12 years, some people say 18 years. It's something in between 15 and 20 years.
The former owner doesn't know?
Yeah, it was made in 1991. That means 28 years. And look at the quality of the wood around. I don't know if you can see that. It's just
too dark.
It's a couch that fits too comfortably. Isn't that good? Yeah, they like. It's just to read a book here. And here could also be one day a nest for a kid bed, right?
Yeah.
So
we are planning. This is just a
cover. Yeah,
cover.
The covers look old, but
yeah, look at this.
Yeah.
This is pretty good. In the day we have a baby, we can put something in front here, and here can be the nest.
Yeah, actually, this boat is perfect for kids because the kid will start here and make his way forward. When he grows up a little bit, that's gonna be his next bed, and then he goes to his big bed in front, but we're gonna get there later. Let's just show the bathroom first. So here is the bathroom, and of course wet areas is where it's a little bit worse, the situation of the furniture. And
I think every single one of these are with a little leak because it's really old. The rubber.
Yeah, but of course we need to change all the rubbers, and it's been sitting for too long here. And all these have a lot of space inside. And actually, that's the funny thing. This conditioning been sitting here for, I don't know, 20 years.
And it's still the same.
And it's still the same. And these, they don't even produce anymore. Here is a really cool system. I don't know if you can see, if it's too dark. But the pumps, the manual pumps, you can choose. There's a manual pump here. So here is the manual pump. If you have water on the inside of the boat, and you have one pump, but you have actually 4 pumps. So this is for the underneath the motor, and that's for the fridge, that's for the center of the boat, the forward and back. So you choose which one of these you open, and the pump will work on one of these pumps. Sounds confusing, but in the future you're gonna understand it for sure. Here, what's it? More systems. Yeah.
So the bathroom is one of the places that we want to refit in the future after the house is done.
Yeah, basically right now we are gonna refit enough to live inside, but we're not gonna do like a big refit. These big parts of refit, that's both bathrooms and the kitchen, it's gonna be after we are done building the shipping container house. You guys know we have a shipping container house? Oh.
Here is really deep, so you can put clothes in here. It's really cool.
And also here.
Yeah, there are a lot of
huge
space.
Actually. I didn't know it was that long. Yeah, it's really long. And here is the brain of the SSB radio. That means single sideband radio.
I think they left some...
Yeah, we have even this.
Yeah.
I think he just left the boat with his stuff, but it's all good. Let's check the quality of the steel inside of the boat, right? That's how dry is the bilge. Bilge. That's all dust, no rust at all. See?
And we have lights.
So here, let's go this way. So this is a bed for one person or two small persons. Basically, it's good for when you are sailing in rough weather. This is the best bed of the boat because it's really stable, as it's on the center of the boat and it's not that wide, so you can rest here, and it seems like a really nice bed. And probably her off seat, because she likes to work on the bed, sitting on the bed, and she's gonna work sitting here while I sit on the nav station. That's next step. But first, engine room. That's how big the engine room is.
And you can have access from here,
Yeah.
from here.
So this is a MWM 58 horsepower, 3 cylinders, 1, 2, 3 cylinders, and this is an Yamaha 1-cylinder generator, and you have access through here, the whole side, and you also have access.
We can close the
Yeah.
door, and we can have our little space here.
And here is the engine. That's the generator. Here is a nice thing. As the diesel tank is really big, it's like 700 liters, there's this pump that you pump a sample of diesel from the bottom of the tank to see if there is any dirt or water or something. So you pump to here and you see the quality of the bottom. That's the worst part of the tank. And that's pretty smart.
Was pumped yesterday.
Yeah, this was pumped yesterday. We're just giving a try because this diesel has been here, sitting here for a long time. But we're going to talk about that later. Moving forward, that's the nav station.
His workplace.
Yeah, that's gonna be my editing office.
Oh, this is the boat in a magazine.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, right?
It's from 1998.
1998. So, electronics. This boat 20 years ago was 100% complete with electronics. All radar and SSB radio and regular VHF radio. Short plotter and everything, but it's too old right now. So if any of those work, it's a perk, it's a plus. We're not expecting that to work. Oh, and also a autopilot. That the autopilot, I think the brain is bad, but the hydraulic part is probably good. So this is another access to the engine room. You lift this. And you open this. So that's the front part of the engine. Really easy to access every single part of the engine. Of course, we don't know how the engine is yet. We're gonna find out this week. We're gonna get some technician that really knows about this kind of motor, and we need to talk to someone that understands, so we get the real good news, hopefully. Yeah, I think it's gonna be good news, because this engine is really, really strong. We'll see. So, do you wanna explain why we have this big table on the center of the
I
saloon?
don't know the name is in English. We have the...
That's another problem. We need to learn the names in English. We never sailed a boat in English. So now, basically this is a centerboard, lifting board boat. That's why you saw outside, I believe, that it's really low on the ground. It's because the keel, that's not really a keel, it's just a board, just because there's no weight on the keel. So it's a swing keel, like this, and swings inside of the table.
So here...
It's a huge table, actually. Whoa!
So we can have a lot of guests.
And this couch, it looks old, but it's just the cover.
Yeah.
It's actually in much better condition than it seems.
Yeah.
With a few, yeah, but it's all good.
But look at that.
Storage in this boat is not a problem. There's storage everywhere. Oh yeah, that's funny. Just, that's what the former owner left. By the way, we don't drink alcohol. So this, what is left, we are gonna use for guests and for cooking, because alcohol on the food is really good. But I don't know what is gonna be good and is still good, what's not. Wine is probably like a vinegar already. Basically, we're just leaving stuff inside because we are gonna take the time to open up each one of these cabinets and clean it up slowly and see what... Oh, that's... Can you hold this? This is one of the amazing parts of this boat. The amount of spare parts that he has. Look the amount of stainless steel of good quality. Bolts and nuts and everything. Look at this. Every size and different shape and everything you can imagine for every single screw you might need. I think our grandkids are gonna use this one day.
So here are all the projects of the boat.
Oh, let's open up the project.
He looks like a kid in a toy store.
I didn't see this yet. So these are all the layouts. Oh, here is... Oh, that's gold. So that's our room, the suite that we just showed you, the bathroom, the bed, the couch, navigation bed, the hallway, the chart table, the saloon where we are right here, the kitchen that is called the galley, the couch, another bathroom, and a sink, and another bed. We can leave here and then we can, right? Oh, this is important. This actually is the former owner of the boat. He has a crazy story. He walked 700 kilometers by himself on Antarctica. We're gonna tell you about him later. By the way, thanks Julio for letting us be the next owners of your boat. We really appreciate it, and we will always appreciate. But his story, wait for an episode all about his story. He's a really cool guy.
So let's keep going. Here we have the kitchen,
Galley.
the galley, and it's one place that we plan to refit in the future.
In the future, not yet.
We have all the stuff of the former owner here. Everything.
Whoa, I didn't see the amount of...
Glasses. And here, and this is really cool. It's to dry the dishes.
Yeah, so basically you dry the dishes here and the water goes to a compartment underneath here on that bottom right there, and here's just the garbage.
And here,
Oh, that's...
so here is really cool. It's a fridge that you can start. I'm not sure if they can see.
Freezer, refrigerator. And this is another system that's really different, the way it works, and we're gonna explain the future. There is the way that it exchanges heat. It's just, we never seen it before. It's really different, but we're gonna explain later.
So there are a lot of storage here. Ah,
Let me see. Let me see.
the same. I think the lady is another one now.
There is a fridge. Yeah, this one right now is not 12 volts. This is only when you are in shore power, so he doesn't use often. Here is a manual pump for salt water.
Here, more storage, more storage, more storage.
Yeah, here is a good thing, a cool thing. Let me keep it together. So basically, this moves to here, and now it's a double berth. So you can sleep 2 persons here while sailing.
Or a big one.
Or a big one, and not fall off the bed, because there's this in place now. But we can leave like this right now. Moving forward.
So here, I wish we have a light here. This is really deep. Look at this. My arm's here, so.
Yes. Seems small, but this is huge.
So here. In here, a lot of products. In here, cleaning. In here, come inside. So you can close here and have like a suite.
Yeah, and here is another bathroom.
Can you open that?
Oh, true.
So we can put wetsuit there.
Yeah, that's a wet closet for storm clothes. So you can put everything there, and the water will drain to the same place as the shower. So you can put wetsuits and yeah, you know. And here is where
you take a shower.
You take a shower. That's the shower. This has a boiler, a 20 liters boiler, I guess. That when you turn on the engine, heats the boiler, and the water goes through this bilge. And the only rust we found on the boat so far at all on the inside is this small piece. That's nothing. So basically, this is the only spot that we found this rust inside of the hull. That's just nothing. It's just superficial rust. And now we're gonna show you how well maintained is the paint on the bottom of the boat. Check it out. Are you ready? That's how clean it is. That's all dirt. It's no rust at all. That's all.
It's really deep. We can use for storage.
Yeah. So that's just dust. There is no rust at all. See?
Yeah.
Seems like rust, but it's not. It's just paint. And this paint is the original paint of 28 years ago. That's just amazing.
Yeah.
This room is basically, you can choose in between 2 single berths. That means 1 bed here and 1 bed here. This boat is so perfect done, the furniture, that if it's not sliding perfect, you're doing it the wrong way. So basically, you slide this inside, and now you're safe not to roll over the bed. And you have another one for here, and then you have 2 beds. But if you want a double bed, you take this off, and now...
Oh, we have a lot of storage here and here
and
there.
I didn't even open this actually.
Yeah.
A mixer.
I love this.
All the drawers are made in a way that they won't open when you're sailing, so you need to lift it up and then... Yeah, this goes. And this goes. So now, you try the bed. Let's show how big the bed is. It's hard for her to climb in the bed. So this bed is actually huge, and the light is just perfect here. So you can see the light's really good. There's a fan.
Really good.
Yeah.
And there is another storage here.
And storage all around here also.
This is really big.
Yeah,
the family can sleep here.
That's a really big bed actually. You can sleep like sideways here.
Yeah.
Easily.
Depending on how you are navigating, you can sleep
Actually,
sideways.
the light here might be our recording studio. It's a really good light.
Really good.
Yeah, and look, the quality of the wood. Look at that. 20 years old. I don't think we can do that. This quality is just amazing. Yeah, of course, the boat is not in 100% perfect conditions. We have some stuff that we need to fix, of course.
Like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
All the woods around these windows, I don't know how this.
Yeah, all the hats, the frames of the hats are sitting here. Like all the rubber are really old, so the water got inside, and we need to change all that. But that's for the future. So.
And all the rooms have.
That's pretty good. Fence. Let's show you outside, just really quick, because this video is getting really long. Have tons of things around the boat. We still need to. This. Let's go outside. This is an important feature. We're gonna show you how this works.
Just to have an idea of how high it is. Yeah.
This is the cockpit.
157 centimeters tall.
A quick explanation. This boat has a lifting center board and lifting rudder. The way you lift the rudder is by this. So basically, if you turn this, there is a rudder, and there's a second rudder inside the first rudder, and it goes down on it. So while I do this,
to the other side, yeah.
The rudder goes down. She's gonna go outside, and she's gonna show you going down.
I don't even know where it's gonna. Ah, it's here. Yeah.
Good?
Yeah.
Could you understand? We're gonna show you in depth later. Just come on. So, let's do an outside tour now, starting from the back of the boat. This is the platform, the outside platform. Here, there is a system for a support for a wing vane, a wing autopilot. That's something that we always wanted to have one, and it came with one. We didn't get yet. It's still with the former owner of the boat, but it's a really good one, and we're gonna see in the future.
This is for
fishing. Yeah, this is for cleaning fish when you fish, fishing poles, and you know.
The barbecue spot is gonna be here.
Oh yeah.
There inside.
Yeah, we need to get the keys later and open this. There's a barbecue inside of here that you just put there.
As you can see, the edges of the boat are all like with this inclination.
That's for the water, so the water drips and you don't get too much rust as is a steel boat.
Here is for the gas. So here is for the gas. Put water to fill with water.
So these are the only rusts on the outside of the boat. This is because it used to have a wooden frame around the hatch, and then it would accumulate water. So this is some rust that we need to fix, but it's just a small thing because it's a really thick boat. So it's a simple thing to fix.
This is a problem that happened.
Yeah.
The end here broke. So
we still need to review all the systems and to fix it up what necessary.
So all the stainless steel is really good.
Yeah.
No rust at all.
And this, one of these, we are not sure which one yet, is the one that lifts the keel, the center board. So the center board is lifted by the mast winch. We'll find out later. We have a lot of things to discover still.
So here is where you lift the anchor.
Anchor.
The anchor.
So it's not an electrical one, it's a manual one. So you have a pole here, a big pole, and you just lift manually. And this is one speed, the other speed. And the anchor locker. That's really, really dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the only thing that we need to replace are these lids, because this one you won't open now because it's really, really rust, and it might not close later.
And I guess that's it, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, this episode is getting way too long. I don't know how many minutes yet. But that's the boat. So far, that's what we know about the boat. We are gonna take a closer look at each spot, and then we are gonna do an episode about each spot of the boat. So
next week you are gonna see every single spot we are.
Yeah, we are gonna start. We are gonna
clean.
probably start from the back. Next week we're gonna explain how the refit's gonna go. We won't be able to do 100% of the job because we have a timeline to be here in the boatyard. We have 3 months to be here. That means that some jobs we need to hire people to help us, otherwise we won't finish on time, and then the price gets expensive on the boatyard. So basically, more expensive. So basically next week we're gonna go through the plans. We're gonna set up a plan of how we're gonna work during these 3 months.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let us know what you think. Oh, by the way, if you are new here, we are also building a tiny shipping container house. And if you're old here, don't worry, we are gonna finish the house. We're gonna just take 3 months of the building of the house, and then we're gonna go back and finish building our shipping container house.
We bought a boat with a lot of tools that we need for the tiny shipping
That's
container
true,
house.
yeah. Some tools that are in the boat will help us on the, yeah. So, yeah.
See you
guys next week.